Sam Raimi. He's responsible for the first 3 Evil Dead films as well as the Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh.
Naomi and I just got out of theaters and we saw not a new release. So for today, according to the website of the theater, for today only, and they had like 5 or 6 different screenings of it. And we caught the last one because that's how we do, I guess.
Yep.
Also because we were busy all day. I was on the Archcast earlier, and then there was the stream, and then there was a bunch of things happening today.
Nobody cares how busy you were.
Fine. But we got to the final screening today of Evil Dead 2.
2.
And it was I think it was 1981, and they re-released it for one day only for Halloween. And I was like, Naomi's got to see this movie.
Yeah, I've never seen this movie before.
All right, what do you think of it, Naomi?
This was the first. For a lot of things.
And what do you think of it, Naomi?
For all the nonsense.
What did you think of Evil Dead 2? Tell me
I think that it's a product of its time.
What do you mean?
It is very much an 80s movie. So that makes it hilarious. Even though it's a horror
no, sorry.
movie.
Evil Dead 2 was 98. It was 87, not 81. Evil Dead 1.
It's the same.
It's literally the same, actually, in this case.
It's the same. Also, all the 80s are just the same year.
Oh, yeah?
It's in the 80s.
And
It
also,
doesn't
like,
matter if it was 81, if it was 87, it's the same.
And also, like, the first couple years in the 90s are also part of the 80s at this point.
Nope.
Kinda.
The 90s are the 90s.
Nah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
listen. Okay, here. Listen.
You just want to feel that way because you're old.
Maybe so. But I like how the screen on the phone turns off right when I go to click. Okay, listen here.
Okay, I'm
The
listening.
Evil Dead is a 1981 supernatural horror film written and directed by Sam Raimi. The film stars Bruce Campbell. He played Ash, and that's the only thing he's known for is playing Ash, and he's played Ash a whole bunch of times. And I think actually he's kind of
Was that his name? I don't remember
Ash, yeah.
anyone's name
That was
in
his
this.
name. Yeah.
Oh, the only name I remember is Bobby Joe.
Sweet. The story focuses on 5 college students vacationing in an isolated cabin in a remote wooded area. After they find an audio tape that, when played, releases a legion of demons and spirits, 4 members of the group suffer from demonic possession, forcing the 5th member, Ash Williams, to survive an onslaught of increasingly gory mayhem. Okay, that's a description of Evil Dead 1. Now here's Evil Dead 2. Alright, 1987, Sam Raimi. The second installment in the Evil Dead film series. It is considered both a remake and a sequel to Evil Dead 1. It stars Bruce Campbell as Ash Williams, who vacations with a girlfriend to a remote cabin in the woods. He discovers an audio tape of the same book, unleashes on her demons. Yes, okay, so, literally, what happened, from what I understand, is that Evil Dead, Sam Raimi had an idea for a medieval movie. Alright?
Oh, no.
A medieval movie.
Okay.
About zombies.
Okay.
But it was supposed to take place with, like, knights and stuff.
Okay.
And the studio wouldn't greenlight it. They refused. But he got to make. But back in 1981, you had like, I think people were just. I think it was the late 70s and stuff like Halloween came out and like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, like all of these very classic horror movies. So studios were like, "No, Sam Raimi, but you can make a normal ass horror movie where a bunch of college kids go into the woods and get picked off by something over the course of the movie." And he's like, fine. I guess I'll do that, right? What basically ends up happening is Evil Dead 2 comes around. Okay? It's time to make the second movie. And Sam Raimi's like, fuck you. He just goes, fuck you. I wanted to make my medieval movie and you wouldn't let me. And now that I'm a bit more famous, you're gonna let me do it? Fuck you. So he just remakes his movie and makes it into like a crazy fucking zany version of the same movie. And then he leaves a deliberate sequel hook to make his medieval movie. And the third movie is called Army of Darkness. And
Is that the medieval movie?
yes.
Okay.
And Army of Darkness is probably the most famous of the Evil Dead movies, Army of Darkness, because it takes, like, this movie was fucking ridiculous.
It was.
It takes, but Army of Darkness, we'll have to watch Army of Darkness at some point. But Army of Darkness takes the ridiculousness and ramps it up.
So listen, I've seen Cabin in the Woods. Does that mean I've seen the first movie?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good then.
Yeah. I mean, the first movie is the exact same story as this one, just minus the teleporting back in time, I think. Also much more serious.
Yeah.
Much more of a traditional, like, horror film.
I wanna suck your soul. I'm gonna suck your soul.
He's like, suck this, just blows. Okay, listen.
I'm gonna
This
suck
movie
your soul.
had a fair amount of gore, and a fair amount of pretty good scares.
You know what's funny is that, like, it had so much gore, but the characters didn't really end up getting that gory. Like,
well, that one guy got eaten.
No.
I
mean, like, I specifically mean, like, except for Ash, who I now know is the main character.
Groovy.
The daughter of the grandfather of the book. Like, she got, like, sprayed with blood when that guy...
The daughter of the grandfather of the book?
Yes. So listen,
his soul was never saved.
I don't care.
His soul was never saved.
I don't care.
Okay, fine.
So...
None of this movie makes sense, by the way.
Listen. I say my words.
Yes, go ahead, sorry.
Fuck.
Go ahead.
So, she got, like, splattered with blood. Like, there was just, like, a giant, like, wave pool of blood going out her face. And she only had, like, drips and drops and, like, what? And I was just like, she should be covered in blood. Well, your head to toe red.
To be fair, that happened to Ash several times, too. He got, like, coated in something, and it just, like, it was gone.
Yeah, no, I was just like, listen, what it would have made it intensely more funny is they're just gonna get covered in more layers of different colors of goo.
Of goo?
For the whole movie. Well, goo in real life. Movie in real life. Like, listen, first it's all the black blood for Ash.
You're racist.
Then it's all the red blood. And then it's the green blood from having to kill that other thing. And then it's even more red blood for everyone. Listen, everyone should have been entirely covered head to toe in blood for that whole movie. And that would have made that even better.
So...
It's music.
Someone's blasting music over there, dude.
Do you think it's the Need for Speed card?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh my god, there was a guy in the parking lot with, like, all these, like, I race my car real fast, like, what are they called, decals?
Stickers.
Yeah.
They're stickers.
They're stickers. Oh, speaking of that, when we were on the way to the theater, there was that dumb shit.
Oh.
So we were driving, and there's construction going on, and, like, a big lineup of people in the other lane, like the opposing lane of people going our way. They're like, the construction means you should go here, right? They just like drive into the other lane. It's
no,
okay.
No, you did not explain that well. Okay, listen.
I don't want to go into detail of it. That's why. I just wanted to say it like that. Well, now you interrupted me, so.
Yeah. Well, you interrupt me all the time, so.
I'm not on camera, I don't.
Yeah.
I just did.
Gaslighter!
I just did, I know. Okay, it doesn't matter. Listen, this movie, TLDR, Ash and his girlfriend.
The cabin in the woods.
Cabin in the woods. And he's like...
She's not putting out, so he gets distracted by a tape recorder.
Hold on.
That's what happens.
Well, yeah, it is. But, like, the reason... He doesn't own the cabin. He's like, listen, it's an abandoned cabin. I know it's there. It's cool. Let's just go and have fuck. I was going to say...
Have fuck.
Have a fuck.
Have fuck.
Have sex.
That was supposed to be what they were doing.
Let's go and fuck.
That was
have
the goal.
fuck. Okay.
Have fuck.
That sounds like a fucking... That sounds like a fucking, like, a guy from India who's calling you about your insurance. Do you want to have fuck? Okay, so listen.
Do I have fuck insurance?
They go to the cabin. He's like, oh, this cabin isn't abandoned. He plays the tape recorder. It says the words in the Necronomicon. It revives the spirits.
And the girlfriend gets turned into a demon.
Into a demon. He kills her.
Yep.
And then, like, basically hijinks ensue where, like, it's like horror comedy.
It's so funny.
Because, like, at one point, he's fighting with the corpse, and he has to, like, chainsaw her head, and she, like, at one point, like, the head, like, bites his hand, and he's, like, running around, like, it's very slapstick.
Listen, like, the biting of the hand, like, the head bites his hand, and no matter what he's smacking it against, he can't get it off, so he's just, like, bumbling his way, like, actually bumbling out to the tool shed, and he takes one of those things called that he put her head in?
Vice grip.
Yeah, he puts her head in a vice, somehow puts her head in a vice grip, like, realistically, he, like, so, like, would not have worked.
So many things
life.
would not have worked in real life. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, yeah, there was like the bit with his hand where like his hand gets possessed. He has to cut off his own hand.
That was funny.
And
I liked how the hand made talking noises.
Yeah.
The hand somehow had eyes, even though it was a hand, because we saw a POV of the hand from the hand, and then it kept talking, but like in skitter scatter speak.
Yep. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, it's the daughter of the professor who's translating the Necronomicon,
and the brother.
The boy, that's her boyfriend.
I thought they were sister and brother. That's why they're both blonde. I'm 90% sure that they're siblings.
Maybe they are. Who knows? Who cares? But maybe they could be. I didn't fucking know. It doesn't really matter. So they like dude, okay, we got to go to this isolated cabin where my dad's at. We're just translating this because we found more pages.
Yeah.
And so off they go. They get there. The road is out because the demons destroyed the bridge.
Yeah, like straight up.
Yeah. And there's like a redneck and the redneck girlfriend, and they're like, you know what? We'll take you there. Bobby Joe will hike through the forest to take you there. So the four of them hike out to the cabin where Ash has been like basically just surviving.
I legitimately thought that the girlfriend, like the hick couple, was like just gonna like turn into demons and kill them. Like I didn't even think they were gonna make it to the cabin. I was actually surprised.
Yeah, all four of them make it to the cabin. They suspect Ash of killing the parents. Yeah. But then demons attack again, and like basically, okay, the story is very simple because it's just like demons attack, they fight him off, demons attack, they fight him off, and eventually, after almost everyone's dead, the daughter's like, I must read the incantation. She reads that the demons are sealed. Like it's done. But like, in between every story beat, there's like a 15-minute sequence where they do horror slapstick comedy. Yeah, there's the one bit where like I'm gonna suck your soul. I'm gonna suck your soul. The grandmother.
Nope, it's the mother.
The mother is like buried in the fucking basement, and her corpse revives. And they keep peeking back down at her throughout the entire movie because she's just hanging out down there.
Well, yeah, because what was so dumb was that the cellar door was like a hatch, but the hatch where is the camera? Yeah, there was a chain. But it was able to open up like this much. Not enough for anyone to get in or out, but enough to like stick your head and shoulders through.
Yeah, and be like, yeah.
I'm gonna suck your soul and sing to you, my pretties.
Yeah. And like when the redneck guy eventually dies, like he gets sucked down into it.
It's sucked down into
She's there
cellar.
grabbing him, and he's like, no! And he gets pulled down, and then like just fountains of blood just burst out of the fucking floor.
Fountains, that was amazing. It was great.
They're very clearly going hyper over the top for laughs, and I really appreciated it because it's not like a horror movie that takes itself too seriously. It is here to basically just have fun. It's not quite a parody, but it's almost a parody.
Listen, you know what I'm kind of glad they didn't do? Make the scene where the girl got kidnapped by the tree, like, super sexual. I thought that's
It was slightly sexual.
It was slightly sexual. But no, listen, usually in horror movies, I think, oh, there's vines, there's ropes, her shirt suddenly ripped off, and she's gonna die. They didn't do that. It was, like, slightly sexy, and then she just got, like, smashed into a tree.
Yeah, she just
like, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of things are references from this movie and other things. So that, for example, Earthworm Jim goes groovy, right? I go sometimes groovy, which you never picked up on. I've been saying all these years.
Listen, you're very old. And I always assumed that you were just referencing the time period of when people said the word groovy because you
Groovy's
enjoyed saying it.
1950s, dude.
Yeah, Dev, you're really old.
I'm not that old. I'm not that fucking old. I'm not 1950s old, Naomi.
And you like old things.
I'm not Mr. Plinkett. Well, some people think that I can do a pretty good Plinkett voice. Some people think.
I mean, they don't think you're Mr. Plinkett, though. Just that you can do a good impersonation.
A lot of people have said, oh, Mr. Plinkett, join the channel. And that's when I did that. Okay, listen. Anyway. Yeah, like the whole groovy thing, that came from this movie. And also that was a great scene where he's like suiting up and he like builds the...
That was so fucking stupid. He used the gun like twice after he made it a sawed-off shotgun. Like that was dumb as fuck.
Yeah, but also...
Just give the girl the gun.
But also the suiting up for him to like have a chainsaw arm.
Yes, that was great.
It was just a great sequence. I even noticed like at the very end when the mother transforms into that long neck creature. There's a creature like that in the video game Lisa, and I'm like, oh, that's what that's from. Okay, yeah.
You know what I found funny about that? What? That the noise for the monster turned from woman, like, weirdly screaming to monkey screaming.
Yeah.
It was just a monkey screaming. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was like, why? Like, it was very clearly a monkey. Like, you could not have misinterpreted that for anything else other than a howling monkey. Not even a howler monkey, just a howling monkey.
Anyway, I really enjoyed seeing it. I haven't seen this since I was a kid.
I've never seen it.
I really enjoyed seeing it. I enjoyed seeing it again, going back. I've never seen Evil Dead 1. I don't think I need to be honest. It's the same story, and also this one has the sequel hook. Evil Dead 1 is just like a standalone movie.
Listen, I've already seen Cabin in the Woods, like I said, so I think I'm set.
But Army of Darkness. It's incredible.
Is it?
And you got to see it.
Do I?
Yes.
Are we sure about that?
Okay.
I don't think I have.
What did you think of this movie then?
I thought it was funny. I mean, it's like, it definitely feels like a product of its time. You want to know what the thing I noticed most about that I enjoyed a lot? Was that there was actual fucking sound mixing.
Oh, yeah. Things are just loud for no reason.
Yeah. Like, I could hear all the characters talking. There was actual moments of silence. And when background music was needed, I could hear it. And it wasn't overpowering everything.
Oh, that actually reminds me. There were a lot of moments where, like, it was just quiet and, like, a jump scare happens. But also, it's like a goofy jump scare. It has, like, the music, but also it's, like, something dumb. There was a time I was sitting there with my...
Oh, you fucking...
I had my drink, right? And I'm just like...
That's not what happened. You moved the straw.
Wait, I was drinking it. And then it was like a quiet moment. I did like this. And it was like, ah! Naomi like jumped out of her seat and I was like, Naomi.
I didn't jump out of my seat. I was slightly startled, you fucking exaggerator. Deserved.
God damn it. Anyway, we still have some popcorn left, so I'm gonna eat it all on the drive home.
Don't be a fat.
Sorry, you knew what you were getting into when you started dating me. Anyway.
Regret. Regret is what I got into.
That is Evil Dead 2. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I liked it.
Do you want to see Army of Darkness? Because, like, Army of Darkness, because now they're in the medieval period, this is the movie that Sam Raimi actually wanted to make with this character. And it took him 3 movies to get there because of the studio.
Wait, is he still very... Is Ash still very against the idea of being thrown back in time?
He's more goofy about it, but he's definitely like he you know what? I think he says groovy a few more times because that became like his thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's still that guy who's like very serious, but also it's like a goofy movie.
Okay. Maybe we can see it.
Okay. I'll see if it's in theater.
Ugh.
What's wrong?
How about we just watch it at home?
Why? You don't like the theater experience?
So I can walk to bed instead of having to drive.
Okay. We'll see you later, guys.